Hello there, friends, and welcome to Free Stuff and Killer Deals. I'm your host, Wes. With, with me, as always, my good friend Ruuts. These deals I've got my brain on overload. I'm glitching out here.
I know. I've actually bought a couple games I didn't expect to buy. I bit the bullet and bought Dirt Rally 2. This is my biggest thought, Wes, is even though I know you could slum it with Alex's copy, now you got Roots' copy to play on. And then two, we're going to be talking about racing games soon. Whether I got a wheel or not, I need to get into them. So I've been doing a little bit of that just over the last couple days and re-enjoying. I actually had a lot more fun in Dirt Rally 2 than I would have thought I was going to have. I made up with my friend, and I think we're going to get along. So,
Yeah, I've been kind of wanting to get into the racing games again. Anyway, I've been kind of had that itch, not just your traditional racers, but now that I've got this wheel set up here, I'm going to be revisiting all the old favorites just to see which ones support wheels and which ones don't. I know Dash Dash does. I'm pretty sure Grip does. I'm wondering if Wipeout does, because that would be a great one. If so, my G20 G923 is branded. It's PlayStation branded, so I got to imagine if Wipeout takes a wheel, it's going to be a whole new level for one of my favorite titles already.
what if you get an Xbox, bro? No, just kidding. I made that mistake the first wheel I bought, and I ended up sending it back because it was not a PlayStation one. Even though you could use it with PC, but that's cool. It's how you got the frame and everything, huh? Got it all set up, ready to go.
Yeah, I built it last night. I haven't tried it out yet, but I got the stand put together. I've got
Mm.
the setup mounted to the stand. Everything's nice and solid now, one piece and ready to go.
Oh, nice. I bet your kids are not excited about that at all, getting to drive a car with the wheel and VR. That's not cool, right?
Oh yeah, my daughter saw it and she was immediately excited about it. So yeah, I think we're gonna have good times with it.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you mentioned Xbox. How I'm going to end up getting an Xbox and regretting it. I almost got an Xbox yesterday inadvertently. I was off on Thursday and I went back to work on Friday, which was my birthday, and I found out when I got back to work that they had a company wide raffle while I was off, and they were handing out prizes, and I was one of the winners. And I walk into this room after work. It's full of all these door prizes, and I see an Xbox on the table, and I'm like, wow, man, it'd be nice if I won that Xbox.
Mm.
And they looked down the list to see which prize I'd won, and I won a Keurig, like a nice coffee maker, like a really expensive, nice coffee maker. And for a split second, I was disappointed that I didn't get the Xbox until I thought about it, and I was like, why do I need an Xbox for? What would I
Mm.
really do? If I had won the Xbox, what would I have done with it? Absolutely nothing. I can already play all that stuff on my PC. And I got to tell you, Roots, I've been wearing this coffee maker out, running it nonstop between me and my family the ever since I brought it home. So I think I made out a little better with the Keurig.
I bet your wife loves it. You know what's funny is you would have sold it. Exactly what you would have done. That's what I would have done. It's like I have this Xbox. And like Eddie C says in the chat, if you have a PC, there's absolutely no reason to own an Xbox, and they've designed it that way. There really is no reason, and they've kind of realized that. I believe as a company, they realized a while ago that most PC players aren't playing Xbox games. You know what I mean? And so they figure, why not just give them the best of both worlds? And I don't know, that's cool. I can play all the Xbox exclusives, and I don't need one. So
Yeah, and more Sony games coming to PC. A little controversy this past week as the case art for Ghosts of Tsushima has been changed.
mm,
It used to say only on PlayStation across the top, and now it doesn't. So that's leading a lot of people to speculate that one of 2020's top releases The latest release from Sucker Punch is actually headed to PC. No confirmation yet, but that's what speculation says.
That's what it sounds like to me. It's funny how people notice these things. I would never notice that, but people today notice right off the bat. Oh my God, this is coming. But because of what's just happened the last year, I would say it's a good bet that that's exactly what's happening. But like you said, we're not here to speculate, but we'll at least tell you our speculation and specifically that it's speculation. So
Yeah, I'm all for it. I do like the idea of Sony having exclusives, but I'm okay with them being timed. A couple years later, it's okay to sell your game on PC. By that time, it's run its cycle anyway and lived its life. Why not, sell another million copies to a whole other constituency, which isn't going to buy a PlayStation? PC gamers, they're not going to buy a console. It doesn't matter if you have the greatest game of all time on PlayStation. Those guys are just going to go into denial, say, I don't need it, and wait. So why not? Why not, after the fact, years later, make some extra $30 to $50 million?
yeah, absolutely. There's no reason not to. And like you said, it's already made its cycle. It's made most of its money. And most people, if it's really important to them, they'll own it. They'll get it right off the bat. I'd love them to announce Returnal is coming to PC as well, but it's going to be a
You
while.
will have, by the time that comes to PC Roots, you will have purchased a PlayStation 5 and sold it.
Yeah,
So it's like
probably.
you would have purchased it, played it out, and sold it by the time Returnal comes around.
Yeah, that's true. Because I don't have the haptics anyway, so I want the haptics.
But anyway, what an episode we got going today. For those of you who are new, maybe you didn't catch it last week. This is the same free stuff and killer deals segment that used to end our Sunday show. We decided that it would be more well served as a standalone video on the weekend when everybody's got money in their pocket, when all the sales are kicking hot and heavy. So we're kind of running a trial run, seeing if we can manage to do another show on the weekend and seeing if we can manage to keep it short and not get another full-blown podcast going the day before our flagship. So lots to talk about today. Obviously, summer sales in full swing. So I hope you brought your wallets, friends, because we're about to sell you some games.
Yeah, absolutely. I just bought some today.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of difficult not to this time of year when it's almost like they're giving them away, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Tech says he likes the format. I like the format as well. And I was thinking about this earlier, and not to get off on a tangent, but say it quick. I like the way it has felt for me at the end of the wish list to have that be it. Like for some reason, I always felt like that was the end of the show, and then all of a sudden we went into this long hour, and it always felt weird to me, and I felt like maybe this is the way it was supposed to be to begin with. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's nice to again have a standalone piece of programming that just focuses on what's for sale, because so much of what we do is bring people the deals, and it's kind of at the end of the show on Sunday, everybody's tired, everybody's ready to go get on with their day.
mm,
I think people are a lot more likely to pull their wallet out when they're nice and fresh and
mm.
still excited for VR. And man, I don't know how they're going to make it through this episode without buying at least one game.
I was just about to say we're fresh. That's the best part too, right? We're fresh. We're ready to sell some stuff. Spry Guy says he hasn't purchased anything yet, and he feels like things are going to change soon. I think so as well. So
Well, with that said, let's kick it off the way we always do by saying hello to our friends in chat. And of course, you just mentioned Spry Guy in the chat, ready to find out, ready for us to tell him what the newest addition to his library is going to be. Mepper is in the house. Mepper already getting in on the deals from last week. That Fanatical bundle, the Extreme VR bundle, it's about to go away. So if you guys didn't get in on that, I mean, those are some great VR games for just a couple bucks a piece. And if you already own half of them, you could do like our friend Mark here and donate them
ooh,
to the 2021 show. So thank you, Mark, for your support as always. And I don't even know if I'm going to have to, you know, make the drive to put a key pull together this year, Roots. Like it's already shaping up pretty well.
Yeah, that's why this community is rocks. Delirium Drew says Neos. We need to check out Neos. It's the new VR chat we hear.
Well, whisper about it, man. We don't want the
Oh,
Rugrats to
that's
find out
right.
about it, right?
That's right.
Like everything's cool until it's not. And we need a new spot. The wave's gone. So we need a new spot, man. And people were raving about Neos last night in the Discord. So maybe that's it.
Yeah, I fell asleep early, Wes. I missed it. I missed Neos, damn it.
Island Kara in the chat says I got money to burn. $30 most likely from that refund, right? Technoglitch says yes, I like the format. Let's see, Mr. Thaman. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Mr. Thaman, Mr. Thaman in the house. Hello, welcome. Eddie's here as well. Eddie C says LMFAO. If you have a PC, there's absolutely no reason to own an Xbox. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, man. I was disappointed for like a half a second, and then I was like, wait, what would I do? I would probably pull the controller out of it and throw the rest in the closet. That's honestly probably what would happen to it.
I think what you also what you would have thought, or you probably did think, is that someone else won that, and that makes you happy, right? Someone else got it, so they were probably really excited.
Right. Sion in the chat says, I am here for the Killer von Spielgen and Ostenpfeffer. Yeah, okay. Whatever that is, man. Sehr gut. Yeah.
I tried some Project Cars today, Wes, and I wasn't that impressed. I need to hear how you feel about it with the wheel, because
Well, that's the thing, and I think, and we'll get to this in a few minutes. I think I'm going to be going for Project Cars 3. I believe.
Did you read the reviews?
No.
Very mixed, and people say it's very arcadey, and it's not anything like 1 and 2. And I was thinking about buying it as well. I own one. You should try 2 and see if you like it first. And if you don't like it, then maybe that's a reason to try 3. Maybe there's something wrong with the game. That's the problem, Wes. I was fine, Wes. I need number 3 now to see if it's
Well,
good.
I want to try 3 because as I explained on Discord, I have the newer version of the Logitech wheel, which has a
Hmm.
special feature on it called True Force, which is a higher definition force feedback than the original Logitech
Oh.
wheel. Now, not very many games support it yet. This is something that has to be supported by the developer, like bHaptics or any other kind of special feature like this. So there's only a few games that, this is a brand new product. There's only a few games that carry it. Dirt Rally 2 being one of them, which is what I was alluding to earlier, and Project Cars 3 being another one. So that's why 3 is on my list and not 2.
Try 2 for Dirt Rally 2 first, and get all the kinks out, and then try Project Cars 3 if you buy it, because you're probably going to return it. From what Technoglitch says, it's bad. And VR Spry Guy says it's a very different game from what he heard and hears, and that's what I heard as well. I just read from a lot of reviews that people didn't like it, and that you might as well, that it's pretty much the same as 2 but not as good. And so aside from that, that thing that you can test, I guess maybe if you tried it on Project 2 and then went to 3 back and forth in your 2-hour range, you might be able to kind of test that thing, right? So
See, when I hear people say that as the main criticism, that it's different than 2, that actually encourages me, because what that says to me is that people had expectations going in, and the game was different than they thought it was. And it doesn't matter at that point if it's good or it's not. It's not what they wanted, so it's going to get a negative review. Kind of like I suspect a lot of people overwhelmingly negative reviews for that Hellgate VR game that came out a couple months ago. Even though it looks like beautiful from a production standpoint, it's almost all negative. But if you go read the reviews, People will say that this is a wave shooter. This isn't Hellgate. I played Hellgate 1 and da 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 da. This is not that. And like,
Mm.
uh, it's all a bunch of Hellgate fans that are pissed off. I've never played Hellgate, and I like wave shooters sometimes. So maybe I'll enjoy that one going into it clean. And I think maybe the same can be said for Project Cars 3.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, there's enough people that
Maybe.
actually know enough about these games that are um Radio Run. What do you think about it? I don't know. That'll be good. It'll be good to test it because I was thinking the same thing. If you pick it up, let me know. I might try it just with in your 2 hour window if you don't return it. Because I want to see what I because I didn't care for the way 2 felt, but was wondering if maybe it was the wheel thing. But if I remember correctly, when I had the wheel, I wasn't that impressed with the racing on it either. So maybe it's Roots is doing something wrong. I enjoyed Dirt Rally 2 a lot more for the same reason that Radio Runt said that he enjoyed it, and that's why I picked it up. Was the you're going up these mountains and hills and through these mountainsides in different countries, and it's cool, and there's a reason you can actually I don't know, it was pretty cool even with the controller. So
Yeah, I expect Dirt Rally to be my favorite of the lot when it comes to the games I haven't played. Um, but we'll find out. We'll find out soon enough. I don't know that I'll be buying Project Cars 3 anytime soon because Roots these deals, man.
mm,
There's so many that I need to get my hands on. But before we do any of that, let's kick off free stuff and killer deals the way we always do with your PlayStation Plus reminder for the month of June. Operation Tango, Virtual Fighter 5, and Star Wars Squadrons included with your PlayStation Plus subscription. If you haven't claimed these games, the clock is ticking. And again, it's not every day we get a AAA Star Wars VR game included in our subscription. So be sure you get in there and take advantage of it. Even if you have it on PC like I do, it's still nice to have it on the PlayStation because you never know what may come after the next iteration of PlayStation VR shows up. So get your free stuff before it's not free anymore.
it's free, man. Unless you're I don't know why you wouldn't like you free stuff.
Yeah, it's like literally half of the title.
Yeah, that's right. I only like the killer deals. The free stuff is bullshit. I like that.
All right, well, let's talk about the PlayStation Network and the killer deals. So the last PlayStation sale has officially ended, and there is a new one. Not as much quantity as the prior sale, but some pretty good quality here. We've got a handful of titles, and I would say 3 to 4 of them, probably 4 of these, over half of them are must-own titles if you own PlayStation VR. And chief among them, Blood and Truth, $20 right now on the PlayStation Network. And I think we just said it all, man. A must-own title.
Yeah, isn't this is the one of the only games in VR that actually takes advantage of the PlayStation 5, right?
It's certainly the one that I've played that takes advantage of it. Like there's no question. You know, some of the other games that patched in PS5 support, you have to kind of look to see the difference. You didn't have to try to see it in Blood and Truth. It was just amazing what they're able to do with this old equipment. Headset I'm speaking of course, not the console. But beyond that, I mean, it was already beautiful. It was beautiful on PlayStation 4 Pro, and absolutely one of the best games on PlayStation VR, and they still at $20.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, Deracine or Deracina is $10. This, of course, is that very story-driven game from Sony Japan Studio. Fun, certainly worth $10, or else you wouldn't be hearing about it from me right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you you tried that, right? You played it. Did you play it through it all?
Mm. Yeah, I did. I own it, but no, I haven't finished it. I have played hours into it though. I've got 4, 5, 6 hours
Wow.
in that game, so I'm not far from the end of it. I don't think. Uh, Far Point. I mean, who's been watching our show for longer than 5 minutes and don't already know that Farpoint is one of the best games in VR, period. It was it's the reason that the aim controller is a thing, Farpoint, and it's the definitive aim controller title. Absolutely awesome. So happy for Eric, who recently got to experience it and echo what we've been saying about it this whole time. Ruuts.
How much is it? Oh,
$10.
$10. Wow, that's a good deal. Now, Eric played that with the regular controller, right? I still want to see. I want to see someone play through.
No,
I want to see.
no,
Wes, will you do that for video? Play through the entire game with the DualShock controller on video? That would be
no,
cool.
I will not do that. And Eric didn't do that either. Eric has an aim controller
Oh,
and he experienced it properly.
damn, dude. Yeah, I don't think I can make it that far either.
Yeah, no, I couldn't make it 5 seconds with the DualShock after playing with the aim. You know what I mean? Like it would suck.
It might have a little bit better tracking, but that's because that DualShock tracks really well for some reason. Zayla Maru says, "Sorry, I'm late. Steam sale already put a hurt on his wallet." So you were avoiding the show a little bit because you knew you're going to buy some more. We haven't got to Steam yet.
If you're coming in here with a wounded wallet, we're about to finish it, man. It's going to be like a Scorpion fatality. Get over here, Zayla Maru. Intruders, hide and seek. We talk about this game from time to time. It's an oldie but a goodie. One of the more challenging stealth games in VR, and one of the better stories that I've ever experienced in VR. They're practically giving it away for $2.
That's crazy. That's such a cheap price. A lot of content
Yeah,
for $2.
absolutely. Trover Saves the Universe. Again, another one of VR's best, a must own title, in my opinion, no matter what platform that you're playing on. $15, great price for probably the funniest game I've ever played.
I need that price on the Quest one to get it in my library.
It is on sale, not quite that low. Things generally don't go on sale as cheap on the Quest store. But that didn't stop me. It went on sale like this last month or 2 months ago. It was super cheap on the PlayStation store, and I didn't buy it. Said I was going to buy it, but I didn't. And then it was a little more expensive on the Quest store, and I went for it because I wanted to have it on my Quest.
Yeah, I'm torn. I want to as well, but man, I don't want to pay $20.
We talked about it at the top of the show. Wipeout Omega Collection. This is 3 AAA racing titles, Sony exclusives, in one track remastered, up to 8-player multiplayer on PlayStation Network. My favorite of these type of racers, Ruuts. I still give it the nod over Grip, even though Grip is amazing. Wipeout, the OG, is king in my opinion.
Do you think they would bring this to PC? I mean, all those other, I mean, they could bring anything, right?
Well, I would, if they're going to, if this is going to be a thing, and it increasingly looks like this is going to be a thing, PlayStation's getting into publishing their games on PC, their older games. I want my VR games. I want my VR games, especially if they're not going to re-release them on PlayStation 5 VR. Then let's get a PC VR version of them.
Hell yeah.
And Wipeout, of course, one of those that I would definitely want.
How cool would it be if they brought it out and they made it cross-platform or cross-play? I mean, that'd be cool, right? To be able to play with your PlayStation VR fans or friends.
Yeah, that would be great, man. People in the lobby, it's the lifeblood of any multiplayer game. And there always is people in this game playing it, even still, but it would be nice to have that boost, right? That PC boost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last but not least, for the PlayStation sales this week, Zing, The Land Beyond. A lot of people like this game. I don't think I've ever heard too many people. I think maybe Scion's the only person I've ever heard say anything bad about Zing, The Land Beyond.
Really?
$8.
Wow, good deal. Why doesn't Scion like it? I know Anthony wastes time on the beach.
Yeah, I think it was Scion who said basically that it was too easy and it's boring. I could
Oh,
be wrong. Could be
hmm,
somebody else, but I seem to remember that being our friend Scion.
okay. Well, I just remember not getting that far, and getting sat on the beach. Anthony jinxed me. He told me how beautiful it was, and I just sat there for 45 minutes and then got out. So
Well, I mean, I like doing that sometimes in VR. If I find a particularly serene and relaxing scene, I'll just chill out for a bit.
yeah, we've kind of used to do that, right? We sit on our porches and just relax in the evening. Now we don't. Nobody relaxes anymore.
Yeah,
Not
and
not in that way.
I think it should be law that everyone has to take a 30-minute period out of their day and just chill for a minute.
Yeah, in front of your TV, and they'll have a camera in front, and they'll yell
Right.
at you if you're not relaxing. You're not relaxing enough, damn it.
All right. So there were some killer deals for you. How about we move back the free stuff way and starting with Epic Game Store, 2 free games this week, Roots. And you keep talking about how you want your Cruising USA moment in VR.
Mm.
Uh, well, we might not have that quite yet, but we're getting Horizon Chase Turbo. And who knows if you add in a little Helix Vision here, a little Vortex there, this might just hit the spot for you.
Wow, wow. I've been doing a little bit more Vorpex. Be careful, and just in a side note with Vorpex, if you are playing like that Deep Galactic Dwarf game or whatever we picked up, which was really cool, by the way, in Vorpex. Make sure you turn it off if you decide to do Red Dead Redemption 2 mod, because it jacked my mod up bad. I had to redo the whole mod because it tried to run Vorpex with the mod, and it was all messed up, dude.
Conflicting mods, huh?
Just got to be careful. But yeah, it sounds cool. Actually, I'll have to check that out and go. I saw that on the list. Um, so
Scion VR in chat said, "What I never said anything bad about Zing. I did say it was a bit easy in places. I like Zing." Okay, so I stand corrected. I guess it was someone else that I'm thinking of that
it
was
was probably a
talking
quote.
all kinds of shit.
It was probably a quote from like a year and a half ago. So I think we can forgive you for forgetting who it is. I forget who it was from an hour ago.
I got to know, Roots. I'm going to find out. I'm going to put my team on it.
We're gonna blast him in the Discord.
How dare you speak bad about a game that I still haven't played all these years later?
How dare you?
But the second Epic Games free game this week, it's Sonic's birthday. Roots 30 years old. Sonic the Hedgehog. He's getting to be an old
Oh,
man.
wow.
Give him his welfare check and his bottle of pills. He's ready to retire. 30 years old. Sonic the Hedgehog.
That's crazy. So what Sonic game is it? I feel bad now because I didn't pull the trailers because they're flat. I was like, I'm not gonna put a flat trailer in there, but if it's his birthday, I should have at least brought him a gift, right?
Sonic Mania. So
Oh,
this is one of the newer titles. I think. I'm
oh,
not sure.
wow,
Like
that would probably be really cool in VR, right? I mean, on
yeah,
Vortex or whatever.
and speaking of which, as a celebration of the 30th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, there was some and again, this is secondhand info that I've got from watching headlines and videos and stuff. There was, I think, a Minecraft DLC on PlayStation this past week, which was a full-fledged Sonic the Hedgehog game in VR. You can play it. First person Sonic the Hedgehog game made completely in Minecraft. And it looked cool, man. It looked pretty awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, I watched Gamertag play it the other day, and he was having a blast with it.
There it is. Sonic Mania. Get it for free. I can get it till January or July 1st.
There you go.
I'm getting it now.
I guess we forgot to give the disclaimer at the top of the program. If any of these deals appeal to you, don't wait. I know some of them are very limited time. Particularly the Oculus sales, I think will only be up another day or two. So don't wait, don't hesitate. Pull the trigger if you see something you want. You can't save money if you don't buy anything, Roots.
I like that. Don't wait, or would you say something and don't hesitate? It rhymed there.
I don't know.
It was
It's
good. It was good.
it
It was
was
a
a
good
moment
line.
in time, and now
Yeah,
it's gone,
we
Roots.
missed it.
Oh,
Okay.
damn you, Top Chat. My thing always stops moving, and it's a dead giveaway, Roots, that I'm on Top Chat.
I was on live chat when I started, and it was suddenly switched to top chat. I think it's a conspiracy.
Onakazi joining the chat. Hello, sir. Ready to spend some money? I hope you are, because we are selling the shit out of these games. But you don't need any money, Roots, if you want to play Radial G on the Oculus Rift store, or as we like to call it, the Oculus Link store. We just did an episode a couple of days ago on advertising in VR. And unfortunately, watching it back, the meat of the conversation was somehow lost by YouTube. A nice 10 to 15-minute stretch there where we tie everything together, now gone. And one of the things we talked about in that missing segment was that there's been product placement since day one in VR. Technolust, a 5 to 6 year old game, featured prominently advertisements for Origin computers and advertisements for Radial G. One of the OG futuristic racers in VR. Radial G's been around a long time, and apparently these devs just want to see some people playing their game, man, because it's absolutely 100% free on Oculus Rift right now.
Is it crossplay with? I guess this is actually multiplayer, right? The Quest version is not. It's you only race against Ghosts, or am I remembering correctly?
Yeah, the game on Quest is actually a different game. It's a completely different Radial G game than this. This game is on PlayStation. I don't know if it's crossplay. I would suspect not, because at the time that it came out, Sony wasn't allowing crossplay in those days. It took Fortnite to get them to come around on letting some games be crossplay, but it still isn't like a universal thing.
No, there's all sorts of stuff going on behind the scenes, but I like it. You know, this is cool, man. Everybody needs to pick this up. We need to check this out. This is a free game. It's PCVR goodness. It looks amazing. I want to check it out in the actual graphics with the PCVR, because I've only played on the Quest version, which the Quest version is really cool. Don't get me wrong, but this one looks a lot cooler in the fact that I can actually play with the boys, as we say, or and the girls. You're invited as well. It's not very often you guys show up.
Trabla joining us in chat, getting in on the spirit of the episode. You Are Being Followed is free on PSVR as well in EU anyway. I just noticed. Yeah, You Are Being Followed, an interesting title that at one time was a very highly anticipated title, at least among the PSVR hardcores. Then it went like missing for years and years and years and years. And it just came out for free on PlayStation. It's very short. It's a very short thing. So I don't know if it was originally going to be something more. But it's short and it's free, and apparently it's pretty cool thing to check out. So good call, Sutrabla. Go get your free stuff, man.
Made me scared, Wes. I was looking. I thought somebody was following me. It's like, who the hell's following me? And just stop.
Onakazi says, Mepper, I would be gobsmacked if the majority of the older PSVR titles are not compatible with the new headset. See, this would not shock me at all. If you have the old PSVR titles, they are backwards compatible on your PlayStation 5 with your PlayStation VR headset. If it were like a Quest 1 and Quest 2 situation, then sure, I would expect some cross compatibility with it. But the fact that this PlayStation 5 VR is going to be such a different thing than what PlayStation VR is, I mean, it's completely different in every way, from tracking solutions to controllers. Everything about this thing is going to be 100% different. It would require an awful lot of work on the developer side, I think, to make this happen, and I just don't see the value in it. I don't think that it doesn't make dollars, and therefore it's not going to make much sense either.
Yeah, well, good news is we don't have that long to wait, right? I mean, it's a while, but next year, Christmas time, we should know, right?
It depends on who you ask, brother. I'd
Mm-hmm.
say it's going to be here before you know it. But those guys who are faithful to Sony only, 18 months is a long
That's
time, bro. When that's all you got.
that's true, especially when all these amazing titles like Resident Evil 4 are coming out in the fall, and like you're ready to play them now. I'm surprised anybody if you like, even if you're the, I mean, well, we know Dave Station, obviously he's got a Quest. Like there's a reason why to have a Quest, right? There's amazing titles you just can't access without the PlayStation, with the PlayStation VR. So why not just make the leap? Come on over, slum it with us for a while, and then when the PSVR 5 VR comes out, you can wash yourself and pretend like you never came over, right?
Yeah, I think that Sony's going to have a general attitude, the same attitude that they're basically having with their PlayStation 5 is we believe in generations. And I think that part of the reason why they haven't come out and named this thing PlayStation VR 2 is because they're not sure that they're going to do that. I think that part of them wants to just completely leave that old. I mean, what do people think about people who aren't current PSVR players? What do they think about when they think about PlayStation VR? They think about inadequate equipment, controllers that are 10 plus years old, and uh, so
Gimmicks.
many negative, yeah, so many negative things are associated with the PlayStation VR, and it being outdated hardware, uh, chief among them. And I think that Sony would completely like to drop that stigma and bring something out that's so far ahead of it, so far advanced from it, and like they've been saying for the last year, a true generational leap that I'm not even so sure they're going to call it PlayStation VR 2. That's why I've been calling it PlayStation 5 VR, because I think that that's what it's going to be. It's going to be the PlayStation 5 of VR.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And then it's associated with something else entirely different, right? Because everybody's,
Now,
the PlayStation 5 is blowing everybody away so much so that it's like, I'm sorry, Xbox lovers, but it's the next big thing, right? So you want to, so, and then you could also every time every new system that comes out, you can have a new VR system, the PlayStation 6 VR, right? So I don't know.
right, right. So I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to be wrong about this. I hope that I am. My favorite library of VR games is the PlayStation VR library. It's the best, and I want to see those games to their full potential. And if that's all that we got from PlayStation 5 VR, I would be happy. If it was
Mm,
just sequels to all my favorites, I would be content with that. Not, I wouldn't have it. If I had my choice, obviously I'd want both. But I could be content with that. It would be worth my money just for that. So yeah, hopefully Onikazi's right, and they'll bring new versions of those old games, or updated versions rather.
re-released, whatever. But best of both worlds. Do what we said. Bring them over to PC, and just eliminate them from the new system, and let the new system be the exclusives. So
All right. So Radio G, not the only thing free on the Link Store. And let me just say one thing about the Link Store.
dead.
We've been talking about how that sale page has been gone for like a month now. And I've just assumed that there were no sales because of it. But I went to the Oculus Rift catalog A to Z, and the sales are still there, man. It's just the sale page that's gone. So like now, if you want to shop for Oculus Rift sales, you have to load like 1,000 games and sort through them to see which 10 are on sale.
What is happening at Oculus with between this and their app lab being bullshit, trying to find games on there? Like you can you imagine if like Coca-Cola as a product, it didn't prominently display stuff out in front, like they hid it in the back somewhere where nobody ever goes, and then was like bitching about the sales. I don't
Welcome to
understand.
Oculus Rift.
Hey, what
Welcome
is
to Oculus
happening?
Rift.
What is happening? Yeah, it's crazy.
It's the end. They're just waiting on Lone Echo 2 to take that one and put it out of its misery, man.
Put a nail in it, dude. Well, Lone
Anyway,
Echo
in the
2.
meantime, while the Oculus Rift store is still a thing, it is also the home of this week's free stuff of the week. I found something, Roots, when I was going through the A to Z's on there. I found a $10 title that has been marked down to free right now on Oculus. You still have to pay for it on Steam, but the Kramer Collection VR Museum, again, normally $10, is free on Oculus Rift right now.
Ooh.
The Kramer Museum is an innovative new museum concept that combines the newest VR technology with world-class old master paintings. The museum includes pieces by Rembrandt, Albert Kuyp, Frans Hals, and many more old masters from the Dutch Golden Age. So it's an online virtual museum, Roots. Only this one contains old, established, world famous pieces of actual art that, you know, physical art from the real world, if you will, unlike some of these other museums.
Cool. Well, I'm downloading it now. I just meant to buy it and it's already downloading. So I guess I'm checking this one out, Wes. Pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I installed it. I installed it myself. It looks cool. It has overwhelmingly positive reviews, and again, it's marked down $10 off. It's free right now. This week's free stuff of the week. Everybody go get it, man. It's free.
It's free. It's another place to escape during the next lockdown. You need it now.
That way you'll know what we're talking about when Roots and I come back in a few days raving about this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool.
All right, that moves us on to the Oculus Quest store, where the daily deal is everybody's favorite. Everybody loves Gorn, Roots.
Yeah.
$13.
Yeah, the TV breaker.
Yeah, yeah, right. The arm breaker.
Yeah.
Everybody loves Gorn, man, and I think it's all right. It's a fun game. I think $13 is a good price for it. Certainly recommend it for
Yeah.
$13 on Oculus Quest.
Absolutely.
There's a number of bundles going on the Quest store. Normally there's two. This week, I think I've got 7 listed here, and I don't even know if I put them all there. It's the Summer of Fun sale. It's the end of the Summer of Fun sale. So again, if any of these bundles or games that we're about to list, any of these deals sound good to you, go get it now, because it might not be there tomorrow. Tomorrow, the next day, it'll be over with, and they'll be on to the next thing.
Yeah, you'll be missing it. You'll miss out, bro.
Anyway, a good number of bundles here. The first one, Job Simulator, 5 Nights at Freddy's, Thrill of the Fight, and 11 Table Tennis, $57. Roots, there's some heavy hitter titles in there for $57. That's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a good deal, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. The Climb. There's a Climb bundle this time, Roots, with both the Climb and the Climb 2. And this time there's an actual discount, $45.
Wow. And the Climb 2 by itself, I believe, is 25, right? If you own the Climb 1 already, because that's an actual discount. Which is
you actually get a discount this time. It's a crazy thing.
Did you pick this up? I'm so tempted to do it, not because of the deal, but this is the thing. Everybody keeps crapping all over the foveated rendering and the fact that there's no cross buy, that there's no Rift version, which there still may be. We never know. But my thing is I don't know if it's gonna. I want to see a volcano, Wes, as I'm climbing. I can't get that in the Climb 1, so I'm starting to be torn on this one.
Joe versus the Volcano VR.
Oh man, what a classic!
Absolutely. Speaking of classics, Roots, how about The Room being bundled with Trover Saves the Universe for $40? Can't beat that, brother.
No, that's an amazing deal, and I'll tell you why. Because The Room VR is the best, arguably the best escape the room game in VR. Right? I mean, people rave about it. I haven't finished it, but I dare you to go look and find too many negative reviews. And then on the other end, Trover, what an amazing deal.
The best comedy game and the best escape room bundled together for $20 each, $40 total. That's pretty damn good, bro.
Yeah, I need to pick up, and this is the deal that I can get. I think I can get Trover for $20 because I own the a Room VR. But see, I'm buying it. I'm not going to be playing it as I'm buying it for somebody else to be playing it, and that's what I always have to decide: is somebody going to actually touch it and play this game? So,
You know who loves it when somebody else touches it, Roots?
My mom!
oh wow, yes, she does.
Creed, Rise to Glory, Until You Fall, and Synth Riders Roots. It's the My Arms Hurt bundle for $50.
That's a good deal, actually. All right.
Yeah, Until You Fall, actually, a pretty big hit on the Quest platform. So, yeah, and everybody loves Synth Riders in the multiplayer. So,
Yeah.
Real Fishing VR is being paired up with Top Golf with Pro Putt and Sports Scramble. So here we have an interesting bundle, Roots, for only $45 for these three titles. Sports Scramble, which is a like $25 to $30 Oculus exclusive game, which my kids love. We have Top Golf with Pro Putt, which is getting significant upgrades, and it's going to be the only golfing game on Quest that features full swing golf courses. So big updates coming to Top Golf. And then we have Real Fishing VR Roots, which is awesome right now, but is also getting major significant content upgrade in the very near future with all sorts of new areas to fish and the mechanics of the game even changing to a more simulation style gameplay as opposed to the arcade style gameplay that it features now.
Wow. How much did you say it was?
$45 for these three
Oh
titles.
wow! I need to check and see what the cost is. Since I own VR fishing, my problem is I've never been in this game yet, and I still have yet to go in it. People rave about it, but when I go into it, it's going to be finished. Though, I'm the spry guy of the show. I just want to play the finished version of the game. I just haven't gone into it for some reason, but it's cool, man. It looks really cool, and I can't wait to try the new stuff. So.
Yeah, that's me. I like the game now, but I think the changes that are coming are going to be great. It's going to make it a great game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super Hot being paired with Pistol Whip and Contractors. There's another banger route. Super Hot Pistol Whip Contractors, $49. Super Hot, one of those titles is not a cross-buy title, but it is awesome on Oculus Quest, one of those titles that you might want to pick up another copy of. And here you go. You put another $20 on top of the cost of Super Hot. You get Pistol Whip and Contractors. Pretty good deal.
Yeah, well, I saw it was on sale just by itself. I think it's $18, and my thought was, Wes, is it time to pick it up? Because you keep telling me not to buy it, because I don't want to contribute, but I wanted it in my library. But I want Super Hot too, so I'm just confused.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes, right? I've already got it on every platform, so it's easy for me to say not buy it, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Apparently, $32.15 is the bundle price of that bundle without VR fishing if you own it already. So I appreciate that, Onakazi. I got a dilemma now. Do I spend $32.15 and get those games as well?
Well, hold that money because Hand Physics Lab being paired with Tetris Effect for only $29, Roots. So basically for the cost of Tetris Effect, you can buy Tetris Effect, which is a great title. It's great on Oculus Quest. You can buy that right now for list price and get Hand Physics Lab for free.
Yeah, I need to try that. I think is it what $8.99 for just the thing if you have Tetris Effect, right? You get $1 off, 10%.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think it's 10%.
I have no idea.
I was actually looking at that because I still have yet to really try the hand tracking apps. I mean, I've waved.
People say that's a good one. People say that's the one that you should use if you're going to mess around with the hand tracking.
Huh. Maybe I'll have to check it out.
Yep. That moves us on to the singular titles being featured in the Summer of Fun sale. We're going to kind of go through here rapid fire style. There's so many of them. Super Hot. We just talked about it. $19. That's like $11 off of regular price, right?
That's a good deal. I'm really torn. I almost might pick this up.
Five Nights at Freddy's VR, another high ticket game that's normally $30, $23 now on the Oculus Quest.
Did you buy that for your kids? No,
Not yet. I have not. Oh, I mean, we have it.
through my
We have it on
Steam.
something that we have it. No, we have right. We have a shared copy from Ruuts. We also have it on Viport
Oh,
Infinity.
that's right. So you don't even need it, really.
No, we don't need it. And I offered to buy it for them on PlayStation VR, but they didn't want it on PSVR. They said we wanted it on Quest. So
Mm,
go figure.
yeah, they don't want the friction.
Um, virtual desktop routes. A lot of people debating the value of virtual desktop in the Airlink era. Is it worth $20? I don't know. Is it worth 17? Hell yeah, it's worth 17. It's worth it all day.
Yeah, well, some people say why you got Airlink, but Guy is adding all sorts of things, dude. That 120 hertz, I did test that out with some games, and even with like No Man's Sky or whatever, with what my other monitor said was massive reprojection, because of all the shit that I was making it do. It was 120 solid, bro. Like it didn't budge. Whatever he's doing, it is really good, and I definitely recommend Virtual Desktop. Absolutely.
Leveraging the processor, the overhead left over in the Oculus Quest 2 processor, the XR2, to provide the synchronous space warp. A genius.
Yeah,
What a great idea.
yeah. Coming to Airlink soon.
Vacation simulator. Right, coming there like soon. You got that right. Vacation simulator, another high profile $30 game for $21, Roots.
The real TV breaker. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, go back through our history and see where we
Yeah.
talked about West playing it, and you'll find out the story behind it.
Make sure your boundaries are on if you're going to start tossing fish.
Yeah, don't toss the fish, bro. You know who else likes to toss the fish?
My mom!
Yeah.
Arizona Sunshine, normally $40, Roots. Not anymore, $26.
Oh, see, and is this, when does it get to the level for you to buy this one? I saw that deal as well. These are my thoughts going through all the time. I see stuff, I think of Wes all the time. And are we at the point now where Wes could play through Arizona Sunshine on the Quest?
I would like to have it, but we're so close now to after the fall.
Oh yeah.
I think that I'm going to just wait on that one. But with that said, I probably would have picked up Arizona Sunshine from this sale if it weren't for some of these other sales that we're about to get to.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one that you didn't have on the list that I put on the list. It's the only one that I did put on the list. Orbis VR, $12, man. It's a $20 game. I went into this game. There's so many people in the community, Void Citizen being one of them, that rave about this game, and I had been in there when it was Orbis before it was reborn. This thing is super polished and super cool, and I'm watching people ride around on mounts, and I mean, I felt like it was the Minecraft or the cartoony version of World of Warcraft. Haven't got into the dungeons yet, but it's cool. My healer's got a gun. It's just really cool.
Yeah, see, Roots has been waiting for this perfect game to come along, and now he's finding out it was always here.
Yeah, well, I think they've polished it a lot, and I haven't really gotten too much into it, but enough people that I respect their opinion have said this game is really good, from the RPG or the MMO RPG standpoint. That if you like those type of games, that this game is definitely cool. So
There you have it. Orbis on sale. What, $12?
yep, $11.99, and definitely worth it.
Moss is a game that is universally loved among the VR masses. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say a bad word about Moss. But again, this is one of those titles like Super Hot that's not cross buy. So it's kind of rough to pay the $30 full price for this game if you already own it on other platforms, as I do. But when they bring it down to $20, you kind of want to see what it looks like in that Quest 2 headset. Oh, yeah.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
No, again,
Hmm.
it would be tempting if it weren't for some of the other things that we're about to talk about.
Yeah, true.
I Expect You to Die, one of the most popular games on the Oculus Quest platform, is only $16 right now. What a sale, man.
Yeah, and then the sequel's coming out soon. Gaming Science Teacher's favorite, or one of her favorites. It may not be anymore, but it was about a year ago, right? So
Yeah. In Death Unchained is unequivocally one of the best titles, a must own Oculus Quest 2 game. This game is better than its PC counterpart. It's better than the PlayStation VR version. It's its own game with so many more features. It's only $21 right now. Still a must own title. Pick it up.
Best example of bow and arrow in VR, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Not too shabby on the roguelike front either.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Actually, this was one of your first roguelike games that you started, because before you just didn't like them, right? And this was like the first one that started to made you like it, and you've got an appreciation for it, or one of the first anyway.
Yep, absolutely. Great game. A great game that keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Speaking of great games that have kind of fallen off the radar, Roots, how about Journey of the Gods? It's $20 right now, normally 30. And this is one that I don't feel gets the love it deserves anymore. It's been out as long as the Oculus Quest has been out. And it was popular in its day, but nobody ever talks about it anymore. And it's a shame because this is a very, very good game.
Yeah, you guys raved about it. You and Alex were saying how this thing just each area is different, right? The gameplay progresses, has a lot to it. So each boss and so forth. So
Yeah, the game, every level is different. The objective of every level is different, and the game gets progressively better from start to finish. And it's not a short affair. It's like a 8 hour game or
oh
so.
wow,
So like, um, yeah,
20
it's
bucks.
very good. 20 bucks is a great price for it.
Absolutely. Spry Guy says In Death is definitely a shoulder burner. One thing you remember, somebody had said something about this too, and I think it was in the Facebook group or something, but they said they couldn't play In Death because of their arms or whatever, and someone reminded them there is the crossbow action, and that if you don't want to burn your arms, there's a, I guess I call it the lazy In Death version, but some people don't want to do bow and arrow. They just want to click a button, and it's there. So
Yeah, yeah. My arms get tired playing in death, but they never get sore. Like I don't know, maybe these are muscles that I normally use in my everyday life, but I'll just I'll take breaks and it's handle it just fine.
yeah, absolutely.
Um, Robo Recall. Onikazi in the chat says, and it's cross-buy. Probably talking about Journey of the Gods, which is cross-buy. Robo Recall is also cross-buy, Roots. And the interesting thing about this is nobody ever talks about how great this game is because it used to be free. Everybody that had an original Oculus Rift got with touch controllers got this game for free. So kind of everybody raved about it and then got over it. And now all these years later, here we are. It's still one of the best games in VR, but nobody really talks about it anymore.
It is weird because I played it a while ago on the Quest version because I had my free privileged CV1 copy cross-buy. But I couldn't believe how good it was. You know what I mean? Especially in the Quest, you're completely wireless. It's very unique as far as the gameplay wise is, and I love the reloading. You're basically just throwing guns away, grabbing rope. I mean, it's chaos, right? And it's only $20 normally. What is the cost of it on sale?
No, it's
Oh, that is the
$30
sale. Okay.
normally.
Holy
Yeah,
crap.
$20 is the sale.
That's a
Yeah,
steal then from $30, man. That's a good deal.
yeah. Yeah, it's a great title. It's good on Quest. It's way better on PC, and it's cross-buy. So your $20 is getting you both. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Is it $30 on the PC version too?
I didn't check the pricing on the PC version, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's oh, you mean
Like if
normal?
you
Yeah, it's normally $30. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, that's a good deal. And you can get the PC version for $20.
Yep. Yep. Trevor Saves the Universe. We already talked about it. $22 on sale. A must-own title.
Yep.
And here's where I have to take pause, Roots. I have waited forever for Red Matter on Oculus Quest 2 to go on sale for a good price. Like it goes on sale for $21, $22 pretty regularly. This is the first time I've ever seen Red Matter at $15. I think I'm going to have to do it, man. I think I'm going to have
Yeah.
to get this one.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. 15 bucks, man. So you're gonna be able to definitively say how good this thing looks. Well, do you remember what it looked like, or you have no idea what it looked like before on the
Oh
OG
yeah,
Quest?
I played this. Yeah. Oh no, not on the OG Quest. No, I didn't. I have played it on PC. It's beautiful on PC.
Yeah, no, this is a cool game. This was definitely a cool. Um, would you consider this an escape the room game of some sort, right? Except for you're escaping the whole place. You're just going from room to room.
Kind of. You're not confined like an escape the room. I would just call it a puzzle adventure.
Yeah. Can you imagine if this entire game, this entire red matter, you never got to see outside in space? There was always a blockade or something, kind of like a rogue escape.
Yeah, yeah. Spry guy in the chat says Robo Recall is the same price on Rift and Quest. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was when I said I didn't know, I thought Roots was asking me, is it on sale on the Rift store?
Mm.
But yeah, yeah, it is $30 on both platforms.
Diz says, I think everything's a good sale. These are good sales, man. I mean, if you
If
don't,
it's on, if I'm not just reading everything on the list, bros. These are the picks. If it's on this list, it is a good sale.
yeah, yep, absolutely. And there's other ones that we just skip over. Screw it.
Speaking, yeah, yeah, this isn't the half of it. Lies Beneath, $20. Another must-own Oculus Quest title, in my opinion. One of the best horror games in VR. Certainly one of the best action horror games in VR. For $20, and again, this one is cross-buy as well.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Death Horizon, yeah, it is. Death Horizon Reloaded. Roots. You want some? You want to kill some zombies? You want to do it with a friend? You want to shoot them or melee? You can do all that in Drop Dead Dual Strike. I'm sorry, Death Horizon Reloaded. I do that all the time. $13, Roots. $13 for this game, and we had a blast in this one, didn't we?
We did. I don't know where I disappeared to, but I still here. I did. You know what? I was weird is I was wondering. I do the same thing with that and Drop Dead for some reason. I always get the names mixed up. I mean, it's not like I mean, I guess they're similar. They're both zombie
They
games.
both say
right?
something about dead and death.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Mist is $21. A lot of people happy that Mist came to VR Roots, and I know Scion for one is rather excited that it appears it appears that we're getting near to the Steam release of Mist.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully we'll see it soon.
Q3.
Yeah, well, I want it sooner. I want it now. I want the Oculus version.
Pixel Rip 1995. A lot of people love Pixel Rip 1989. I liked 95 even more. And it's only $13 on Oculus Quest right now.
Wow, that's a good deal. Sorry, I skipped scenes a little early because I sick of not being there, Wes. I didn't see that scene. That there was not a source for me. I was cut out of the action. It's unacceptable.
Well, the zombies got you.
They got me.
Obviously.
Yeah, they got me.
Speaking of zombies, Drop Dead Dual Strike Edition. We already mentioned it a moment before. $10, Roots. Another arcade style zombie shooter. Another co-op game, and this one only $10.
I think I need to buy this one, Wes, and let me explain why. Because then I won't mix the two up. This is clearly a different game, completely different. Just watching the gameplay, and I'm like, I don't know why I don't have it. This is multiplayer as well, right?
Absolutely, and it's cheap.
$10 becomes the no-brainer price.
Yeah, so I could either buy Arizona Sunshine for $25, or I could pick up Red Matter and Drop Dead Dual Strike Edition for $25.
Yeah, it's a better deal. Because you already own
Blast On, subsidized by the Facebook advertise. Oh, wait a minute. They didn't do that, did they? They backed out. Blast On, trying to make amends with all the people that they pissed off. $7 right now for Blast On. For an Oculus Quest game, $7.
That's crazy. I still have yet to try that game, so let me know if it's good. I don't know if it's a good deal. I think Diz, I think it's a good deal, but if Wes put it on the list, it's a good deal.
Brand new single player campaign just added to Blast On.
Nice.
Space Pirate Trainer, a oldie but a goodie, a classic VR game, a cross-buy title, $10.
Oh wow, good deal.
And last but not least, for our Oculus Quest sales, I did 2 killer deals of the week this week, Roots. Normally I would just do 1 killer deal of the week, but there's so many. I named 2. I could have named 10, but killer deal of the week number 1 is an Oculus Quest game. It is a cross-buy game. It is 40% off right now. Phantom Covert Ops. It just had its 1-year birthday with me yesterday.
How
$18 for one of the most immersive games on the Oculus Quest platform.
How crazy that they put a deal for your birthday. Happy belated birthday, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, and how awesome is this game, dude? For $18, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer sale right here.
Yeah, it's no brainer for sure. I was watching my nephew play this a week or 2 ago. He was really enjoying it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Quest games, legitimately, and I'm glad to see. I would suspect that people have been waiting to pull the trigger on this one. PCVR and Quest alike are going to go for it now because, again, it is cross-buy. So even if you don't have a Quest, you can buy this on the Quest store, and it'll come through to your Rift library.
Scion, he just said he doesn't like bullet hell. He likes slow, stealth-like games. This is your game, Scion, right here.
Absolutely. Gamertag VR joining us in chat. What's up, GT? I was about to say GT's about to spend all his money like the rest of the viewers, but
he owns it all.
I bet he has all these games already, doesn't he?
Yeah, no, he has all these, I'm sure, by now, or he's focused on everything else that's coming out.
Island Kara, I don't know if he's giving me a compliment or an insult. Wes, you're very mature for a 1-year-old. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. I think maybe. Delirium Drew with the $3 donation says, happy friggin' birthday, Wes. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. $3. It's like, you know who else gave me $3 for my birthday, Roots?
My mom!
Oh, wow. She kind of skimping, man. She needs a little bit more. You need to multiply that by 1,000.
We finally make it to the Steam Summer Sale, Roots. There's so many games in the Steam Summer Sale that I'm going to cut it up. We're going to break it up here. This sale is going on for 2 weeks. So we're going to break up these sales and we're going to talk about some of them this week. We're going to talk about some of them next week. And the way it kind of broke up here is this week, we're going to talk about some of the bigger titles, some of the titles that you've been waiting to go on sale, some of the titles that you might as well buy them while they're on sale because you're going to have them anyway. Those titles we're talking about this week. Next week, we're going to be talking about those titles that have been around a while. They've always been in the back of your mind. And wow, look at that. It's very cheap. I might as well pick it up while they're giving it away. Those are the titles we're going to talk about next week. Not to say that there won't be some of those in here and some of these in there, but that's just kind of the way it naturally was listed on the Steam results page. So this week, most of your big titles are going to be on here this week. Most of your hidden gems will be next week. And as many as there are on here, and there's a ton, this isn't even half of them. If you're waiting for a game to go on sale on Steam, it's on sale right now. Go pick it up. This is the sale of sales when it comes to Steam. Gamertag VR, is it your birthday, Wes? My birthday was yesterday, GT. Diz the Game Cat coming through with the mom birthday gift. Happy birthday, Mr. Weasel, he says. $3 donation. Thank you, Diz. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Drew, GT, Roots. Thanks, everybody. Island Kara. even with your backhanded compliment. Thank you too.
Well, let me say this. If you are concerned, because I'm sure there's somebody out there that's saying, man, the sale is going on now, and you're waiting you're till next week to give us the other half of the sale, just join the Patreon because it will be in the notes. The Patreon people,
Already,
yeah,
they already have it.
they've already got that list of all the games that Wes listed in there that are going to be on there next week. So that's another reason to be a part of the Patreon.
Well, let's be honest, Ruuts. We need to break this sale up into 2 paychecks, man. We can't afford it all at once anyway.
Oh, that's true. That's true, man. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. It's kind of like me with my beard. I need some new beard oil, but I got to break it up to next paycheck because of all the sales, Wes.
Need to get some Dr. Squatch. You're not a tree. You're a man.
Yeah, dude. Who doesn't want Dr. Squatch?
Anyway, Steam Summer Sale. We're going to kick off the Steam Summer Sale with Killer Deal of the Week, number 2, Ruuts. How could we deny Half-Life Alyx for $36? It is the game of games in VR, the consensus best game of all time in VR. Most people would consider it. $36 on Steam right now, a no-brainer at that price.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're too cheap to get it at $36, or maybe you're just getting into VR, get a Valve Index. You'll get this for free, bro. You get this game free. You just got to spend
Just a few more
$1,000.
bucks. Just, if you're already going to drop the 36 anyway, why not put just a few more dollars on it and get a Valve Index?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why that's actually a good investment if you were legitimately thinking of getting into VR. We all know the Index 2 is around the corner. I mean, everybody's salivating, Scions posting stuff that's, predicting that it's coming soon. And those base stations, you're going to need them, I mean, if I had base stations right now, the Valve Index cost me $500. That's a phenomenally really good deal, actually. If you don't have all the other stuff, that's where the extra money comes into them. And I'm pretty sure the base stations will work with the new Index 2, right?
Yeah, absolutely they will. Well, the Index 2, we don't know. Index 2 is a hypothetical thing right now. Everybody acts like it's confirmed and coming out next month.
Scion says right there, don't buy the Index. Index 2 is coming. Gamertag VR says, happy unbirthday, Wes. Love the show, guys.
Yeah, with the 5 peso donation. or is that yen? 5 yen.
Five something. I think it's pounds, but I'm not sure. I don't know the dollar, at least for my whole life, has been the reserve. Getting ready. Maybe we should start looking into the yuan or won or whatever, the Chinese dollar that's going to be the controlling interest soon.
All right. Well, thank you, GT, for the 5 Bitcoin Ethereum donation. We really appreciate it. And thanks for the birthday wishes, everyone. It was a good day.
Jeff recommends this game.
Got a coffee maker.
Yeah, nice. And you can get your Ruuts cup. And you can drink your coffee. Aylin Kara says Jeff recommends this game. Jeff definitely does until he dies, or unless you don't kill him like I didn't.
I totally killed Jeff. 100%. Dad.
He's stuck in a room in my world.
Steam Summer Sale Part 1, The Forest. $8. We've talked about this game quite a bit. One of Scion's favorites. If you like the survival genre, you're going to love The Forest. In VR, it's only $8.
Yep, Green Hell.
Green Hell's coming. That's right. Phasmophobia on sale. A lot of people, one of the more popular titles of the last 12 months, $12, a little bit off. I mean, if you're waiting on it to go on sale, you probably shouldn't be watching this. You should probably be at work, but it is $1 off. $12 for Phasmophobia.
A whole dollar, man. I'll tell you what, $12, bro. Do it.
Now, if you want to save some money and get one of the best games in VR, how about picking up Skyrim on your PC VR for $15? One of the most moddable, one of the most played games in all of VR, with maybe the heaviest discount I've ever seen on it at $15.
Yeah, definitely a good deal.
Boneworks, one of the most immersive games that I've ever played in VR. Is it a game? Is it not a game? Who cares? It's for sure worth $24.
I almost picked it up for $24. I was thinking maybe $20 was the sweet spot.
Pavlov, Used to be cheap. It's not cheap anymore, unless you buy it today for $15.
Yeah, absolutely.
Star Wars Squadrons, free on PlayStation, $15 on Steam, and a steal at $15.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Assetto Corsa. Was somebody in the chat earlier said that Assetto Corsa is the way to go, Roots. $4 for the base version of Assetto Corsa, $8 for the deluxe version.
Well, somebody said that was good. That's not the same as a competitive zone or whatever, right?
No, but Assetto Corsa Competizione is $16, and this is another one on the short list, Roots, that supports the True Force haptic feedback in my in my new wheel. So this is another one on the short list.
You got to pick it up. You got to pick it up because I don't own this one and I want to try it.
So we have ACC, we have Project Cars 3, and we have Dirt Rally 2. Dirt Rally 2 is top of the list. I'd say ACC is probably number 2.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I already own Dirt Rally 2, and it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Traveling Man joining us in chat. Hello, Traveling Man. Welcome. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Roots. For my money, the best game in VR. And when I say the best game in VR, I mean the best game across all of VR. This game is on every platform, and it's the best pretty much everywhere you go. $32 on Steam for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Yeah, that's a good deal. Technoglitch says Assetto Corsa is the only game racing game you can mod in VR. So there's that as well.
Awesome. Fallout 4, $18, Roots. I keep forgetting about that mod that mod set rather that mod set that was recently publicized. Yeah, that makes it much more realistic and immersive. I got to get into Fallout 4 soon.
Yeah, this is the game. When I read what it does, I said this is Scion's version. You know what I mean? And it's supposed to run better too. So I need to try it as well. I think it just looks cool. I like the line in the description that says you're going to die a lot. And so the guy that made the mod warned you, just, before you rage quit, just realize you're going to die. And that's just the way it is.
That's dying's part of life, Roots, especially in VR.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Dirt Rally 2, we already talked about at the top. Roots is digging it. I think I'm about to $5 on Steam. You can't beat that, man. It's like 50 or 60 bucks on Oculus Rift. It's $5 on Steam.
Yeah, and if you want to get you can actually get a better version. I think it's the deluxe version for $9 or $10. It's like, what a really good deal.
Yeah, that version has all the extra tracks and stuff with it, right?
Yeah, I'm starting to kick myself. Why didn't I pick up that one? Can I pay the difference? Probably doesn't work that way.
I don't know. Sometimes when they put the games on sale, they put the DLC on sale as well. So maybe you might want to look and see if there's like a season pass or something you can pick up.
I'll have to check because I wasn't sure, and I will say this. And did I say this in the beginning or not? But I was having trouble. It was locking up. I couldn't get the game to play, and I thought there was a problem with the game, and it turned out it was my overclock on my video card. I had to, after researching it enough, I had to disable that, and it ran perfect. So and I tested it because I was having the same issue with Kartcraft, and I'm almost positive that it's probably my same issue with that other game I was having crash on me, the one we were going to talk about. I can't think of the name for some reason. I don't know why.
I was having the issues I used to have with my my HP Reverb G2 were similar to what you're describing here. It was related to overclock, and my 3080's factory overclock. So that's the reason why so many of these 3080s were not playing well with the G2 on certain games. It was because of a similar issue, and it wasn't something that you could manually fix. You had to get it patched out. So yeah.
Okay, the persistence. I'm gonna try. I haven't tried the persistence, but I'm 99% sure without the overclock, it's gonna perfectly run it. You know what I mean? Which is good because it was driving me crazy. I didn't know why certain games were suddenly just crashing, and I'm assuming it was an update with NVIDIA drivers that was conflicting and causing. You know what I mean? Like. Overclocking's awesome, but sometimes it can cause a problem with the drivers. So
Traveling Man 3775 with the $5 donation. It's my birthday tomorrow. Here's a little bit of that money I got coming. So I get his birthday money for my birthday. How awesome is that?
that's awesome, bro.
I mean, it's all coming from my mom anyway, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Golf It, a title that we recently got VR support and on sale, $4.
Yeah, that's a steal. We need to get into this because I don't know if it's good or not. I know when it first released, there was a little bit of jank. It was supposed to be, fixed with some updates, and I have no idea. I know I own it. I know I picked it up when it was on, first we talked about it. So,
A work in progress and a no-brainer at $4.
yep.
Super Hot. We already talked about it. Awesome game, $15. Don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Arizona Sunshine is also $15 unless you want the deluxe version with all the DLC, which is $19.
Oh, wow. That's a steal, dude.
Yeah,
$20
great
for
price.
everything. Yeah.
Yep. Into the Radius, a game which consistently improves and is continuing to improve. Great price for Into the Radius, $21.
Scion says I don't like this game because it's not bullet hell, that I liked fast games, which is true, but I'm just not a stalker game. But this is like the closest to stalker. If you're a stalker game type of person, right? This is it in VR. And like you said, it
I
just
like
keeps
the
getting
vibe.
better.
I like the vibe of the game. It's weird. It's dark. I like it.
Yeah.
The Room VR we already talked about. Probably the best escape room in VR for $20.
Yeah. Really good deal.
Onward, Roots. Onward recently picked up by Oculus, so we know that big things are in store for this title. Probably should pick it up for $17 right now. Why you can get it for $17.
Yeah. Oculus making moves.
Making big moves. Trover Saves the Universe, we already talked about, $15. And I Expect You to Die, we already talked about, is $12. And that brings us to Project Cars 3, which we also already talked about, for $18. And I think I saw this actually a little bit less on Fanatical recently. So again, I'm starting on Dirt Rally 2 anyway, and then moving to ACC. Well, we're going to keep our eye on Project Cars 3 though as well.
Yeah.
Job Simulator, an oldie but a goodie, a classic. $14 on Steam right now. Budget Cuts, another classic VR game, also $15 right now.
That's the first one?
The first Budget
Okay.
Cuts, that's correct.
Okay.
Zero Caliber, a great co-op shooter in VR. Very, very well priced right now at $12.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, but we need to remember too, though, with when it comes to Zero Caliber and Contractors, they're both part of that Fanatical deal that's about to end for less money. So if you're gonna buy Zero Caliber or Contractors on PC, go to Fanatical, get it today while they're like a couple bucks a piece.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good deal, man. That Fanatical deal is really good.
Yeah, it's amazing. We already talked about Moss and how beautiful it is. No more beautiful anywhere than it is on PC at $15. And then Pop One Roots is $21. Not on sale on Oculus, totally on sale on Steam. And I think that kind of shows you the value of publishing a title on Quest. They know they don't have to try to sell it like it's hotcakes on Quest, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But $21 on Steam, maybe even worth picking up a second copy for if you want another profile. I mean, you don't have to. I mean, the two versions don't communicate, or at least they didn't when I tried it, because I played both versions. I had two different profiles, so maybe somebody wants to have a different profile on there. Here's how you do it: pick it up on Steam as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And somebody was saying Walkabout Mini Golf is out for Steam, but it is not till I think July 15th, but it is on the Oculus store.
There you go. You heard it here first. where I lost my spot here. Vacation Simulator, the TV breaker we talked about earlier. $21 on Steam right now.
Yeah, so many good sales, right?
Too many. Also $21, Hellsplit Arena, normally a $25 title. Another one of those that is constantly improving. Big updates coming to Hellsplit Arena, and it was good to begin with.
Yeah, if you liked the thought of Gorn, the idea of Gorn, but you were put off by the cartoony graphics, this is the more realistic version of I guess the same thing, even though you're still in there killing monsters. So is that really realistic? At least not yet. It's coming, Wes.
I would call it Evil Dead Battle Arena.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool.
It's pretty much what it is. Evil Dead Battle Arena for $21. Star Trek Bridge Crew, a Ruuts special for $10 on Steam right now.
That's a good deal. I like that game.
Speaking of good deals, Budget Cuts 2, Mission Impossible? I forget what the
Insolvency.
name. Mission Insolvency. Budget Cuts 2, as good as Budget Cuts 1 is, Budget Cuts 2 way better. I really enjoyed this game, and it's a real value at $15.
Yeah, that's a good deal. I keep saying that. I am saying that a lot. That is a good deal.
It's a good deal. You're my hype man, Ruuts, so you're doing your job well.
That's right.
Borderlands 2 VR. What game, Ruuts? What shooter in VR gives you the hours and hours of great content that Borderlands 2 VR gives you?
None. What's the cost on it?
$25.
Oh wow. What's a normal? 30 or 40?
No, it's like 40 or $50 normally.
Oh wow. Well, I'll tell you what. Spry Guy's inspired me recently. He said he finished it, right? I re-downloaded it.
Wow.
I'm gonna go through and I'm going to play it because it is a AAA game, and the one reason why people crap all over it is it's not multiplayer. Well, you know what I mean? Like it's still one of the best games in VR. On the PC, it's very sharp. So
I'm surprised people haven't modded multiplayer into that one yet.
yeah, that's true. Let's do it.
Sure. Well, why not? How about you want a great game for a great low price, Ruuts? How about Abduction for $9? A game that once had performance issues in VR on PC and PlayStation, received a very substantial update in recent months. Within the last year, I think it was updated, and after that, man, smooth sailing and a great game.
Yeah, we need to get back to this, right? I got intrigued by the story.
Yeah, and the puzzles are challenging, but not too hard. I mean, it's so creative and original. I mean, I really, really enjoyed Abduction. $9 is a steal.
Yeah, for sure.
Medal of Honor, Above and Beyond, Ruuts. 60 a little steep for it. Well, how do you feel about $48?
I want it for 40 or less, but 48 is better than 60.
48 is better than 60, folks. So how's that for a sales pitch? Well, it's better than 60.
Yeah, it's not gonna sell games, right? For sure. I did enjoy it. I did think the time that I've got to play the shared copy before it was yanked away from me, I enjoyed it enough that I will buy it again down the road. I'm not sure if I want to spend $48 on it.
Oh, you should have picked it up. I think it was Humble or Fanatical One that had it for like beans a few months ago. It was like nothing to
I should have
$12 or something like that.
Right, guy is correcting me in real time. He says he's in the middle of Borderlands 2. I just see him playing it all the time. I don't know why I thought you finished it. Maybe you got some kind of a rare thing, but that is definitely inspiring to me. I want to play it, and it's downloaded.
It's a tall order finishing that one. It's like a 30-hour campaign, and that's not counting all the endless DLC that comes with it.
Well, he already did Asgard's Wrath.
There you go. Corn, we already talked about, $13 on Steam as well. Duck Season, a game that I really enjoyed for the dark humor of it, and it's pretty fun for a while. $13.
Yeah, put it on easy because the gameplay is not what's cool about it. The story is.
You know what does have awesome gameplay? Carnage Chronicles. And this is a game, it goes on sale, but it doesn't often go on a big sale. It's on a big sale right now at $14. This was almost Killer Deal of the Week number 3.
This is really good. And they added that extra dungeon we've never played through. And the gameplay that I've played already has been 4, maybe 6 hours. So it's good.
Yeah, co-op dungeon crawler. Normally it was like normally 25 or $30 for this. I think it's like 30
I
bucks.
think it's 30. Yeah, this is definitely more palpable at 14. It's a really good deal.
Yeah, it's a great game. Beautiful co-op game. Good fun.
Absolutely.
11 table tennis, one of the definitive table tennis titles on in VR, $10. A pretty good price for 11.
Yeah, that's a good price.
You get 11 for 10, you're getting a pretty good deal.
11 for 10.
Stride, a popular hot button game, also showing off some multiplayer levels this last week, Roots. Not to spoil tomorrow's episode, but Stride making moves, $15.
Oh, we need to get that game. I guess we have it on the whatchamacallit, right?
Viveport. Yeah, we have it on Viveport. That's right. Thumper, one of VR's perennially underrated games. People talk about rhythm games in VR, but they forget about the OG. Thumper was the OG rhythm game in VR, and it's still fun to this day. And $6, it's kind of a staple. Everybody should have Thumper, and $6 is a very, very compelling price for
Well,
it.
not every time, every moment you want to be dancing around, waving your arms and stuff. Sometimes you just want to chill, and that's a perfect chill game, right?
Yeah, man, and it's intense. It's chill and intense. Like when you get past the first few levels of it, it's very challenging, and these bosses are intimidating.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Beat Saber, Thumper living in the shadows of Beat Saber, Accounting Plus living in the shadows of Trover a little bit, Roots. People forgetting about just how good and how funny Accounting Plus is. It was the OG. If you like Trover, you're going to love Accounting Plus for $3.
Oh shit, $3, man, that is a steal.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's short if you're going to just play through it once, but there's so many different branching paths and hidden things that you can find in this that it's worth playing at least 3 times just to make different decisions and go to different places.
Yeah. Well, $3, like that was the biggest gripe. As some people were saying, it was too expensive for the time, right? And it wasn't even that expensive, but for $3, that's well worth the price.
Yeah, dude, that's dirt cheap. $3, that's nothing these days.
Yep.
Jet Island, a game that I keep hearing coming up in the Discord. People keep talking about Jet Island, man. It never goes away.
Have you tried it? You need to try it. Yeah, it's in my library. It's pretty cool. Diz just picked it up along with Assetto Corso and Firestarter with a future VR mod support.
There you go. Firestarter, yeah, I meant to put that in here. I forgot about that. But Firestarter, a title that I took interest in a few months back when I first learned about it. When I was building up my hype toward the release of Half-Life Alyx, I found out about the studio that actually developed Half-Life Alyx, and what they did before Half-Life Alyx was Firestarter, and it's about to get a VR mod, a proper VR mod, and a very story-driven experience, and it looks very high quality.
Might have to check it out. Diz says it's the mods from the same guy that did or the same people that did Outer Wilds mod. So
that is correct, and they're modding the game engine directly. They said so. It's going to seem native.
Well, now you made me want to buy Firestarter.
I think we should. One of us should anyway.
Or Firewatch. Onakazi, is it Firewatch or Firestarter?
I'm the Firestarter. Twisted Firestarter. Yeah, Firewatch. Thank you, Onakazi.
Okay.
All right. So my Firestarter got me lost here. Okay. Windlands 2 is $12, but get this, Roots. And by the way, Windlands 2 is a no-brainer at $12. Everybody should own it for $12. But if you're going to buy that for $12, you should spend $12.58. The extra 58 cents gets you Windlands 1.
Wow, that's a good deal, right? And Windlands 1 doesn't have the story, or at least the the fighting and everything, but it's got everything else. It's got actually, from what people say, pretty hard levels to get through, right?
Yeah. I thought that Windlands 2 had some tough stuff in it, but apparently Windlands 1's a little bit more hardcore.
I need to try it. I've bought it, but never tried it.
Yeah, it's all about the platforming in Windlands 1.
Yeah, sounds good.
We talk about these games, these older games that are underappreciated today, like Journey of the Gods and Thumper, games that are still among the best in VR, but just don't get the recognition because everybody's just forgotten about them. I kind of feel this way about Doom VFR, Root. So a lot of hype around Doom 3 because it's a more of a traditional game. It's a longer Doom game. But I feel like Doom VFR is more like old school Doom, and it was built from the ground up for VR, highly polished Doom game, and it's only $9 right now.
I think it's because it's a slow burner, right? Like, I mean, not the game in general, but to where it gets really good, like the old school action. Like it was like near the end where it was like, this is amazing, right? A lot of people are put off with the gun and everything else. It had its issues playing on anything on the Quest at first, right? There were controls for quite a while.
Yeah, I don't even know if it still, even to this day, natively supports Oculus.
Okay.
But I've got a G2 now, so I don't even know if that's going to support that. I will say this about the G2: not a lot of games officially support the controllers because it's its own thing. Like it's not even a WMR controller; it's a G2 controller. But more times than not, if you go into the controller bindings and click on custom, there will be a controller binding there for you to click on, and then everything just works.
Well, that works, right?
Yeah, it's just a couple clicks, not a big problem.
Yeah.
So I would suspect that to be the case for Doom VFR as well, and I would suspect that I will probably know at some point.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Speaking of good games, Grip, a community favorite, Roots, $5, and we're about to revisit some Grip.
Yeah, dude, $5, bro. I guess you got to do a mod though or something to use your wheel, but it is possible. I thought that's what Radio Run said. Yeah.
You got to mod your wheel into Grip.
Yes.
Well, maybe I'm having second thoughts about that, man. This is a flat racing game, dude. Why would you need to mod a wheel into it? It's just kind of a no-brainer.
Radio Run's always on these devs about having wheel support.
All right, coming down the home stretch, Sirento, classic VR title. Normally $30, on sale for $20 right now.
Oh, good deal.
Megaton Rainfall. Here's another sleeper that people have kind of forgotten about. Megaton Rainfall is a solid VR game. $6 for Megaton Rainfall right now.
Yeah, I forgot about that game. You get to be a superhero, right?
Yeah, Superman Simulator. Save the world from the aliens.
Pretty cool. It was pretty unique, and definitely $6 is worth trying it for sure.
VR Spry Guy in the chat. Grip Steam key is $1 on Fanatical. That's even less than I paid for it.
That's insane, dude. There's no reason not to own this game.
That's why he says no excuse. Yeah, there's no excuse not to own it for $1, man. Like, there's no excuse why we shouldn't be buying copies for our friends at that.
Yeah, this is probably arguably one of the best racer in VR, just because of the amount of tracks and it's just there's so much to it. It's really good for $1. That's the best deal forever.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. $1.
Yeah.
Synth Riders, we already kind of talked about a little bit. One of the better rhythm games, a sleeper title for 20, or I guess it came out in 2020, but it came to all platforms in 2021. $15, probably the best soundtrack among the traditional rhythm games.
Yeah, and the best multiplayer in rhythm games from what people say. I think it is.
And last but not least, from part one of the Steam Summer Sale, again, part two coming next week, and there's even more titles in part two than there was in this part one. Last but not least, Ruuts, Vertigo Remastered, $18. I feel like Vertigo Remastered is in its last days of being the current Vertigo title, because I feel like Vertigo 2 is right around the corner.
Yeah, such a good game. And I was like, man, that's on sale, $18. It's worth it. The game is definitely worth $18. It's worth full price, but I was blown away by the fact that I got it for free because I just happened to have bought it somehow on a sale before it got remastered, and that was cool.
Yeah, very immersive game. It's got that feeling, like when you're playing playing a Half-Life game or playing Boneworks, you kind of get this feeling about you while you're playing. You get that same feeling playing this.
Yeah, absolutely. Techno Glitch says, and yet still no real Spider-Man game. Sad. Well, let me tell you this. I'm just gonna say one thing, and it's PlayStation VR cable. Like that's why we've been saying that I don't have a problem with the PlayStation 5 VR having a cable to it, because that's what's going to bring the Spider-Man games, and I bet it's sooner than we think.
Yeah, for what it's worth, the last Spider-Man free experience was actually pretty fun.
It was pretty good.
Far From Home, I think. Yeah, that one was pretty good. The first one, not so much, but the last one that came out was actually I played it a few times. It was fun.
I would play the new Spider-Man for PlayStation VR in VR with everything being the same, controls, third person, everything. I would enjoy it. Being in there, being in the environment, swinging around. I don't think there'd be. I mean, yeah, some people would say, it needs to be first person. You need to have controllers. You really don't. You really don't.
I'd say that'll probably be a future PC release.
Yeah.
That'd be stupid not to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And last but not least, we're going to wrap up free stuff and killer deals like we always do by checking in on Viport Infinity. And there is news from the Viport realm this week, Ruuts. There's a new title in town, and it is a big one. Wraith, the Oblivion Afterlife, now part of the Viveport annual Infinity collection. This is one of those titles like The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners and Cosmo Dread. One of those titles that you need to be on the annual subscription to add it to your library. Now, that doesn't mean you have to buy a year at a time. It actually is probably what you should be on anyway, because it's a better deal, only like $8 a month or something like that. And not only do you get the 900 plus game Infinity catalog at your disposal, but now you have one of probably the best horror game that's come out this year.
Yeah, and you got other games like Walking Dead and other games that are in the same category, right? So that's good.
Yeah, and you got Ashy Wash, bro.
Oh, dude, who doesn't watch Ashy Wash? We were just talking about that, going back in and looking for the next Taco Face. So be looking for that episode soon.
Absolutely. We're talking about maybe doing that on Wednesday, not necessarily from Viport. I was thinking maybe we hit up Oculus or Steam this time to find some hidden gems.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Anyway, that's going to wrap up free stuff and killer deals for this week, Ruuts. We did it. I still have some breath in my lungs. I don't know how after all of that. What did you guys buy? What are you going to buy? Let us know in the comments down below, and come back next week, man. We're not done with these sales, man. We're just getting started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, if you're new to the channel and you like the video, click the thumbs up, click the big red button to subscribe, click the bell to stay up with all of our content, and you're not going to have to wait long as the flagship Virtual Strangers episode 112 going live tomorrow. Lots to talk about, Ruuts. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, 17 hours, man. Coming up quick.
Coming up quickly. So be sure you hit the button and the bell so you don't miss out on this week's VR news and discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you who already know what's up, who already hit and clicked all the things, and you want to do a little something more, $3 is all it takes to support us on Patreon, and you will get access to our weekly show notes. You will gain access to the money show. You will gain access to insider updates, and plus whatever else I decide to throw at you. Gameplays. Did a couple gameplays last week. It's a pretty good deal, man, and it goes to help build our channel into something cool. And we're working on that. Just that. And, you know, your money is going to good use, and the day is coming. It's coming, actually, probably sooner than anyone thinks. You're going to get to see what your support is going to mean to our channel.
Absolutely.
And last but not least, our domain, our home. Come and hang out. You'll find a description you'll find an invitation in the description to our Discord channel. That's where we all hang out. That's where most of the people in the chat are going to be in about 5 minutes. You have a question about VR? You want to know what I think you should buy? All you got to do is hit me up on the Discord. Me or anyone else for that matter. You want to talk to Scion? You want to talk to Ruuts? You want to talk to Masher? Maybe you need a PlayStation 5, but you should probably go talk to D-Rail. They're all there. They're all on the Discord, and you are invited to join.
Yeah, join the party.
All right, man. With that said, I'd like to thank you all once again for watching. For Ruuts, I'm Wes. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Take it easy.